Alrighty. Hey again, everyone. We're currently here on part 185, and today, we're finishing it up. We're finishing up the big old gunpowder farm. I started work on that last time, got all the materials for it, got that cool diamond pickaxe. I can actually get amethyst out of the damn thing. But yeah, we're starting work on that today. Or, not starting, excuse me, we're finishing work on that, so that'll be fun. Currently, we're chilling out on day 1854. I have a bad headache. I don't know what's going on. I think the schizophrenia is kicking back in. But yeah, you can see there's a little bit of our farm down there. And now I want to see if I can check without like dying. So we're actually going to take the long way down because I'm very worried about this. The mob switch isn't on at the moment. And I just spawned in like 2 seconds ago, as in you just saw me, right? Okay, so I kind of want to see if, we got anything out of it so far. I want to see if it's that quick or not. It might not be that quick, especially too since I do have the other farm and I actually need to go shut that old one off. But let's see here. If I hit F3B, I don't think I have a way to tell. And I really want to be careful about going down there because if I skeleton, I think that I saw skeleton rattles. No, nothing yet. That's fair. Wonder where the skeleton came from though. That's actually kind of important because I need to know where. We will keep an eye on that. Because I don't know where that was. That might be below me. This might be too close to one of my caves, so let's see. Let's pick something like this and just. Oh, right, this was one of the underwater ravines I started cleaning out a long time ago. I think we got some clay here or something. But I'm currently in a call with some extra friends, so. Oh, hello. Okay. Cool. That's why. That tiny itty bitty little space, believe it or not. Okay, so luckily it's nothing major. I don't have any kind of flaws in here. Where does this seawall lead to? I think I built that just for the sake of having that at once. So let's see if we can't get out of here first. I just want to make sure there's nothing up and out. But looks like it was just the one skeleton. Not too big a deal. Feel something. Oh, duh! It's not gonna fucking spawn anything, so I haven't spawn-proofed anything on the sides correctly. Right? Yeah. That's on me for being a dumbass there. I don't know why. Sorry. Yeah, so I actually haven't even finished sealing off the lighting of it yet because it's still under construction, obviously. So, it doesn't even matter because, well, can't exactly get anything to spawn in there. I should not have gone down here now that I think. Oh, shit. Alright, we'll find the way back in at some point. There's no real risk of drowning. I could just, like, hold my breath. Like, duh. I don't know why, people who drown just don't forget to hold that easy. But let's see here. Oh, something. This was a tunnel part of it. I don't think this was the tunnel part. Now, since this is where my clay was, it looks like it'll be down. At least it should break in very close to here. Let's keep searching here. Yeah, here we go. Yep, back to business. Okay. Sorry about that. And we'll go ahead and get that patched back up. And then we're just going to make a quick little stop out to the mob switch. And we will see how that goes. So, go ahead and... Well, let's go turn off the old gunpowder farm first, which I'll still... I'm just gonna leave it off. I don't really want to tear it down yet, mainly because it's also like my string farm mainly too. And I think that's pretty important for right now. Now, I don't use that much string, and I've already got such a stockpile of it that it actually really doesn't matter, but it's better to be safe than sorry here this time around. So let's go ahead and get on the old chest plate, like so. Make sure our redstone is deactivated. Let's see if we've got... I don't think we got anything coming in. We're gonna take the elytra and go see if the water is deployed or not, because I'll have to deploy the water manually. So yeah, I'm gonna have to redeploy the water manually. So we got a couple of spiders and like a creeper up in there. So we're just gonna go ahead and redeploy the water. I'm gonna immediately switch this on because, you know, freak accidents do tend to happen, but look at them die. Good for them. But yeah. So that's fixed. We're gonna go turn on the mob switch, so we're gonna go ahead and pop on through the net. And I'm gonna be here, but I'm gonna be chatting, so you know, enjoy me building the same 4 layers or 9 layers, excuse me, for the next hour and a half. So, wahoo! Friday? No way. Spooky Bunny Lord, no way. Hello. It's been a while. I'm being chilling. I'm building a gunpowder farm down there. Look at it go. It's gunpowdering. It is an absolute mess right now until I get all this figured out, but it's pretty cool. Ouch. But yeah, I dug a little bit of extra space so I could build this gunpowder to be a little bit more efficient and cool. So it's not too bad right now. I need my iron trap door. No, I need my boats and mine. Right, okay. Let me see here. I've got them somewhere. It is very swag. I'm gonna be here for a little while, so it's gonna be a little bit of time, unfortunately. As in, this shit takes way too long, so that's fun. $48. Okay, so 12 logs. Alright, there we go. But yeah, it's a pretty cool little farm. As in, it's not little at all, and it's costing a lot of stuff to make, but it'll be worth it. Oh, I'm in a call too, by the way, if you want to join, because I know you can, obviously, but, you know, we're being chilling, so I'm gonna get back to the call, but, you know. Wahoo! Hey, what's up? It's been a while. Building a gunpowder farm. It is taking a while, though. I'm not doing too good. Man, I'm really not doing too good, Alto. Sorry, yeah, so I got a massive headache. Those hot dogs I ate was, Oh, it's fancy enough. It's inspired by, like, an Il Mango video from about 6 months ago. The whole idea of it basically is that creepers will be able to spawn on these bricks here. They get picked up by the boat, not the minecart, because the minecart's holding the boat, but they get picked up by this boat. Uh, the first slot will suffocate to death, but if a second creeper spawns, then it'll get picked up, and since it's offset, it gets loaded into this cauldron, which is going to be filled with lava, so it dies a lot quicker. But I built this one farther down in the world for once too, and then it's just kind of it's just different, to the other one that I've already got. So I think it'll be a lot. Um, I am trying to redesign some of the older farms just so I can take a break from stuff. I actually built my sugarcane farm back up. It's like 3,500 blocks worth of sugarcane, so gotta have a gunpowder farm to match it. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Oh, he's always got interesting concepts. This is just like the only one I've like actually like sat down and understood, and it like lined up right for me to be like, yeah, I want to build a gunpowder farm. I'm kind of tired of my old one. My old one works still, but I just like want a cooler one now because I can, and it gives me an excuse not to work on the mountains too. Because damn, I'm still working on those. You can't even see them from this far down, but they're out there still. I'm still working on the backside, just putting in the outlines for the backside, and then I still have to like build out the backside, and it's insane. Actually, not even wow, it's 1858 in the world. That's pretty good, right? It's pretty good. It's a mix of like the video itself is good quality, but they also like point you out, like they also give you enough like direction to find like your own resources to like do some other stuff. Like like one-dimensional shulker farms, for example, like how they work with like the scaffolding trick and shulkers. You learn from like an actual like farm tutorial how to build the farm, but then they like link to like ending credits to actually teach you like the mechanics of it, and then you can see if you can modify like the design. Like the design I ended up like going with was pretty much the one just from the tutorial, I believe, but I was working on one a while ago to like try and fit within a single chunk. Which would have been fine, but not really that important at the end of the day. No, it's pretty cool, but it's not too bad. Oh, absolutely. Like when they come up with the mechanics themselves, or like it's not necessarily even to me about like understanding all the mechanics. It's just understanding it enough. Or I like the ones that have like kind of complex mechanics, but they are able to break it down to be super simple. Or like the design itself is simple if you sit down and think about it. Like the warden powered mob switch that I actually have, and it's currently running too. Funny enough, that was in like one specific Il Mango video, and like he explains the concept well enough to where all I had to do was just pause the video, try and recreate the build in creative in a separate world, and then see like again like double check like the chunk borders and things like that too. And it ended up working. I had to modify it a little bit myself, but once you know the mechanics of it, then you can modify it to whatever else you need it to be. Which is really nice. I like those kinds of farms like that where it's like it's pretty much good by itself, but once you understand really how it works like truly, then you can make it like a lot better or like have it fit like a very specific otherwise you just don't have in that video. Like for the most part, it's worth pretty much always sticking to YouTube tutorial farms, to be completely honest. unless the thing you're trying to farm is ridiculously niche. Or the only other time I would say it's okay to like try and like really like build it yourself completely from scratch is if like your base is like so uniquely shaped and you really want it to fit in this one specific spot because it would look really cool. It's like the same deal, just understand the concepts behind it, and then you can customize it however you want. You just gotta like know how the fuck it's supposed to work at the start, but otherwise it gets a little bit rough. But it's fun learning how to build new stuff. It just takes me a little bit sometimes. You know, I'm not the best at it sometimes, which you know it happens. But this one, like I kind of like jerried together a little bit more. Like it's pretty much almost exactly what he has in his video. It's just mine, I like modified ever so slightly to make sure it's stackable. Like I can build like a layer and then build up the next layer with no interference, and then just adding like the infrastructure hoppers on the edges that all point to like one main hopper line. So there's no other like entities other than just the mine carts and the boats and the creepers themselves. So I got to cut down on lag. Pretty good. Life itself has been pretty good. I've finally just started streaming again here, like last week and a half ago. Just because I kind of got very sidetracked with a lot of stuff. One of the main things being I got a cool job. It turns out I'm actually good at my job, which is insane to me. Like I've gotten 3 raises at it. I'm actually about to get my 3rd one. And I work full time now, so I work from like 6:30 to 2:30 with like full benefits, and I'm only 20 and all that kind of good shit, so it's pretty good. I live on my own now too, which is actually really impressive. That just happened a couple of days ago. So I pay $900 a month for a slab of concrete in Florida, where I can put my trailer on. It does not come with the trailer or utilities, by the way. It's just the concrete it sits on. Also, they're entitled to raise my rent by like however much money they want after the lease ends in the year, so that's cool. But I make enough money to pay my own bills now completely, and you know, since all my hobbies are like free or I can borrow paid software to you know, do some cooler stuff like video editing and like Photoshop and things like that. It ends up being a lot cooler. So I'm picking up new hobbies again. I'm relearning how to draw from scratch because I wanted to learn how to draw. I'm just kind of getting used to living by myself again. So I've been trying to get some kind of routine. Because basically, I wake up at 5:30 in the morning. I go to work by 6:30. I leave by 2:30. I go to the grocery store and I'm home by like about 3 most days. And then once I get home, I sleep for about 3 to 4 hours, and then I take a 5-hour energy after I wake up, and I stay up till about 2 a.m., sleep for another 3 hours, and then it starts all over. So it's a weird sleeping schedule because I break it up into like 2 segments, like 2 4-hour segments roughly. And then it's been working out good for me, which is the worst part. I don't know how or why, but cool, I guess. It's just because, like, when I come home, you know, all my friends are, you know, like, on the West Coast or, like, the ones that are on the East Coast still aren't off for a couple of hours. So I've got, like, nothing else going on. So it's just, like, I'll just sleep, you know, and I'm also tired by that time anyway. So it evens out. But it's just been pretty much getting used to, paying my own bills and actually being, like, a full-ass adult now. Which is something I didn't really get to do at college. I kind of did, but, now I really get to be an adult, which is pretty fun. But, I'm glad about the freedom. You know, I don't own anything basically, so I don't need the extra space. It just pisses me off that this is $900 in Florida, and this is the cheapest that there is in the entire state. And I almost couldn't afford it still, because they require you to make 3 times the amount in income. So this place is $900 a month, so I had to make $2,700 to be allowed to live here. Which I don't need to tell you, that's not cool. I make 17 an hour and I work 40 hours a week and I still just barely qualified. Like, I'm lucky I have my mom to help me out with some stuff, but what if I didn't? You know, I couldn't live by myself anywhere in the entire country if I didn't have extra help. And it's ridiculous, you know? It's not cool. I'm lucky a lot of my hobbies are super cheap, kind of by design on my part, because I made sure not to pick up bad taste or bad habits and things like that. And I'm good at budgeting. I'd hope I'm good at budgeting because I got a finance degree, so I'd hope I'd at least know a little something about it. But no, it's like I'm, you know, responsible as an adult. This is like I'm only responsible as an adult when I'm at work and when I actually have to like pay a bill or something. But otherwise, I'm just stupid. Which, yeah, you know, fair. I mean, it's my free time at that point, so I can do whatever the hell I want with it, and I like that. I miss being able to do that. And I like not having to worry about the dog barking 24/7. God, I did not miss that. She barked way too much, and it really ticked me off after a certain point because it just got ridiculous. And she just would not stop. You know, you'd give her a treat, you'd do whatever, and she just would not quit barking. Which dogs bark, that's in their nature, but it got out of hand. And she, you know, my mom enabled it, so now that I don't have to deal with that, it's a lot better. And I get to actually have a bed. I don't have to sleep in, like, I call it a coffin, or like the sarcophagus, basically. But since I'm in an RV, right, I'm in a fifth wheel RV, normally they don't have 2 bedrooms. Some of them do, but they're few and far between by comparison to the 1 bedroom ones. So, you know, mom gets the main bedroom because it's got the big closet and all that, and she's got a lot more clothes than I do, obviously. Zombie piglin, what? Where's his ass cooking? Oh, he's over here. But it's like, you know, she owns a lot more stuff than me, so she gets the bigger room, the nicer bed, the bigger closet. And it was like, my bed was, like, tucked into the wall, basically, and it was, like, just awful. You know, it just, there was no space. I had 4 square feet to stand and do anything in, and that was it, which was really annoying, but, you know. Yeah, I get it too, trust me, man. I mean, 15 an hour, they keep saying it's a lot of money, and it is if you don't have to pay rent. If you could just pay everything that wasn't rent, like, if I didn't have to pay rent personally, I would have been moved out, like, years ago, but it's just rent is everywhere, it's just too expensive, you know, it's nuts. Like, I don't have any hobbies that cost money. I don't pay for Netflix, Hulu, nothing like that. But dude, it does get better. It just takes a lot of time, and some of it might come down to like a career change, honestly. Not necessarily about, you know, moving to a new state and starting completely over, but one thing I ended up finding while I was working, because I'm currently I'm an accountant for a roofing company, and we make like good money, like $20 million a year at that company, kind of money. And you know, I make 17 an hour with full like benefits, so, you know, health insurance, paid time off, all that kind of good stuff. But it does get better, but you know, it takes a lot more time than I would like, unfortunately, because that's all I've spent is time prepping for something, and it's been 6 years since it's all been doing that, so it's getting kind of ridiculous now. But oh, I'm trying to get well, I'm not, my heart's not really in accounting, honestly. I'm only an accountant on paper, but in practice I manage like this custom built like incentive program that they have, where basically it's just an Excel spreadsheet that I built from scratch, because the owner basically had like an old document from his old company. He said, "Hey, could you make this so we can do this program again?" And I had like a sheet of paper, and I was like, "Yep, I'll fuck it, I'll try." And then I did, and I did so good at it that that was my full time job now, and I went from $12 an hour to 15 an hour because of that, and then I went from 15 to 17, and now I'm getting ready to go 17 to 18. So, but I'm trying to find remote work. It's just they want a little bit more experience, so I'm kind of just waiting until I get my bachelor's degree in spring 2025 in finance, and then I can start trying to do remote work with a bachelor's and like 3 years of experience. Because I love like data jobs, like data analytics and like building like databases. Like, it's been really fun for me, and I'm glad I ended up figuring that out. But I got to get a master's in that too at some point. But I'm like pivoting from finance into data, just because it's cooler and I'm better at it. So it, you know, it works out. But God, it just like, I'm lucky I had just enough people around to help me out, but it, because it's like if I didn't, I literally would not have been able to move out either. Rough for me too, because it's like I got my mom, and then my 2 grandmothers who are both like almost on their way out, unfortunately. And then, you know, I'm not really on that good terms with my mom, so I don't like being around. It does get better. It just takes a lot of time. I do want to find a remote job though at some point, because I don't mind driving to my job or anything like that, and I like where I work, but God, I hate cars. I do not like them. Especially too when my alternator blew a couple of weeks ago, and I had to pay $1,000 out of pocket to get it fixed, which cool, uh, which sucked because I was going to use that money to pay my deposit. And now I'm like $1,000 behind. I'm still doing fine, but it just was annoying that that happened. So, but I'm kind of in for tonight. I'm done. It's day 1859, and I've got a massive headache. We had a Fourth of July party, and that headache, or not headache, those hot dogs did not do it. Um, when it comes to the job and classes, so my degree will be fully remote. So I already did most of the degree in person, but the rest of the degree is coming from like a different university, so I can do it fully online. But basically, the game plan is I go to work like normal, which is why I'm working 6:30 to 2:30 now, and then I come home, sleep for a couple hours, and then from like about 7 to 10, I do like every night from 7 to 10, I do like college work for about 3 hours a day, and then on weekends I do it for like 4 or 5 hours. And then depending on how my boss feels about it, I might be able to get away with like doing a little bit here and there during work hours too, since it is for like career advancement and learning what the fuck finance even is, for example. So I might be able to get away with that because he's a pretty understanding guy. But yeah, it's getting better, but it just all I keep looking forward to is it keeps getting better at some point. But it's like that's all I've heard since I was 15 when I started college. So I've been in college for 5 years now, which I switched degrees twice, and then COVID hit too. So it's a little bit on me, but a little bit not. But and plus taste change as you get older too. I finally figured. Oh yeah, this is a sugarcane farm too. Look at it go. There's a little bit of sugarcane. It's here. It's hanging out. Sugarcane and all over the place. But I know it. Oh yeah, and then the mountain too. I don't know if I don't believe I've shown off the outline in a little while here, so I guess I'll take a little bit of time to show it. I'm still working on the outline. I'm working on the gunpowder farm first, like tomorrow and whatnot. Hopefully, I can get the rest of it finished up tomorrow or like Wednesday. But this is the outline for the mountain range that I've been working on. So just to give it some kind of like rough structure and like size and whatnot. And well, it's big. It's pretty. Ignore that. That's not important. But like I was saying, it's pretty big. Goes from like Y200 down to like ocean level, and actually technically well into the ocean to make sure it matches up properly. But it actually ends up expanding so far that it's actually going to end up covering part of this island here, which I was going to use for carrots, and then I was going to do. It's going to cover most of this island too. So it's a hell of a unique mountain for sure. But oh man, it's gonna take a while no matter what I do. So I'm just chugging away at it like little bits at a time. But it is definitely not a. I don't even think I'll get this done in like 3 months. Like that's how big it is. Even if I stopped what I was doing and I did it as much as I could for 3 months straight, I had all this wood this whole time. Oh, son of a bitch. That's good to have, I guess. Fuck. I spent like an hour yesterday mining like 36 stacks of logs for 18 stacks of hoppers, so that would have been a little useful, but damn it. I still have surplus wood then, at least, which is always good, but man, oh shoot. But I'm still working on the base. I mainly want to get the island finished up too, as I'm working on like the outline for the mountain at some point. Like I want the island to be done before I really start filling in the mountain, because the mountain's just going to take up way too much time, so I kind of want to have like no regrets on everything else first before I start work on the outline again. It's just too much. But day 1859, I got a bad headache. I should not have eaten those hot dogs. I don't know what they did to me. They did not do it for me, and they about killed me today. So yeah. But yeah, you have a good night, Alto. It was nice seeing you again, and everyone else, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see y'all again next time. Shouldn't be more than should be tomorrow too. It's just 4th of July, but 4th of July, 4th of July, don't matter. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope to see y'all again tomorrow. So yeah, bye bye.